Mindset for IELTS Foundation by Greg Archer, Joanna Costa, Lucy Passmore and Jishan Udin. Published by Cambridge University Press and Cambridge English Language Assessment, 2018. This recording is copyright. Track 2.
Hi, Jack. I'm really excited about coming to stay with you at your house on the student exchange trip to Australia next term.
Me too, Carlos. I know you're going to have a great time at my school and with my family.
Tell me a bit about your family. What do you all like doing?
Well, I love playing volleyball and basketball. I do volleyball once a week and basketball twice a week.
I remember you have a brother. What does he do? Is he interested in sport too?
No, not really. He prefers staying at home and reading. He's a member of our local gym, but he never goes.
Oh, that sounds like me. You've got a sister too, haven't you?
Yes, she's really good at painting and drawing. Some of her work is hanging up on the walls at home, so you'll be able to see it when you come.
That would be great. I'd love to see it. What about your parents?
Well, my mum loves growing things. She spends a lot of time outdoors planting flowers and cutting the grass.
That sounds interesting. And your dad, what does he like doing?
Well, he's really good at building and fixing things. If anything gets broken around the house, he fixes it. He makes new things too, like furniture.
Great. And I know your grandma lives with you. What does she like doing?
Well, we're lucky. She's an amazing cook and makes us all wonderful meals every day. She already wants to know what you like eating.
Really? Well, that gives me an idea for a present for her. A recipe book from where I'm from in the USA.
Perfect.
Track 3.
I'm excited about going to university, but I feel nervous about leaving my home, especially my bedroom. I like it a lot. My bed is very comfortable. I've got 4 big pillows. When I sit on my bed, if I look out of the window, I can see the garden. I often do my homework at my desk, and to help me study, I sometimes turn on the lamp so I can see my notes and my course books better. When I want to relax, I usually play games on my phone, which I keep in the drawers next to my bed. I haven't got my own bathroom. I need to go down the hall if I want a shower or bath. However, I have got a sink where I brush my teeth every morning before I go to college. I have 2 posters. One is above my bed, and the other one is next to the TV. What else? I don't like curtains very much, so I don't have them. At the window, I have a blind instead. I think it will be strange at first, sleeping somewhere new, but I'm sure I'll get used to it, and I'll make it feel like home.
Track 4. Good afternoon. Prime Location Agency, Andrew Taylor speaking. Can I first check your student status?
Hello, yes, of course. My name's Giorgio Rossi, and I will soon be a student at Brickbat University. I'm calling today to discuss where to live when I come to the UK to study at the university.
Oh, hello, Giorgio. Thank you for your call. I have some questions for you. I hope that you don't mind. Can you speak English?
Yes, but I apologize if I make any mistakes.
Don't worry. So, what do you want to study?
I'm not sure exactly, but something with engineering.
First of all, where do you want to live? In a room, on campus, or in private accommodation?
I'm not sure. Can you give me some advice?
Of course. Well, tell me a little about your personality and your preferences. Are you a sociable person?
Oh yes, I am definitely sociable. I live with my parents at the moment. We have a big family and there are always lots of visitors.
Okay, that's great. Do you also like to sometimes have a quiet room to study in private?
Well, it depends on how I feel. I sometimes like to be sociable, and other times I prefer to study alone. Can I ask where exactly the accommodation is?
Well, if you live in a room on campus, it is very convenient for your studies, as you actually live in a building in the university. However, it's also noisy. There are hundreds of other students who also live there, and they often make lots of noise. But if you live in private accommodation, you have a quiet life in a different part of the city, with maybe one or two other students who are your housemates. Although it often takes a long time to travel to university. What do you think?
It's a difficult decision. I want to make lots of new friends, but I also know that I need to work hard and study.
Okay, one final question. Meals. Would you prefer to live somewhere which is catered?
I'm not sure. What does catered mean?
Catered means that all your food is included in the price of the accommodation. For example, if you decide to live on campus, you can usually choose catered accommodation. That means that, for example, every day you can go to the canteen for your breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and it's always free. The other option is self-catered accommodation, where you can either cook at home or you can go out for all of your meals. However, you always have to pay for your food.
Track 6, Part 1. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Travel Show. Today, I'm talking to Anna Cox from Cambridge, who has recently taken part in the Summer Cultural Exchange Programme. Good afternoon, Anna.
Good afternoon.
Anna, where can students go on the Summer Cultural Exchange Programme?
Well, students can travel to France or Spain on a language exchange, or to the USA on a sports or music exchange. I didn't go to the USA because I'm not very good at sports. However, I study French and Spanish at school, so I had two options. I've been to France before, so I decided to go to Spain instead.
Track 7, Part 2. Where did you stay on your Summer Cultural Exchange Programme?
I stayed with a host family in a small village just outside the city of Seville. Most people in the city live in apartments, but my host family lived in a big house. The family had a daughter who was my age, called Carmen, so we had lots of fun together. We also visited Carmen's grandparents, who live on a farm in the countryside. As I love animals, it was a really good experience for me.
How wonderful. How long are exchange programs usually?
Well, most of the language exchange programs last for 2 weeks, but the sports and music exchange programs last for 4 weeks. If you go on a language exchange program in August, you can go for 3 weeks because it's the school holidays. I went on a language exchange to Spain in July, so I could only stay for 2 weeks, unfortunately.
Who can take part in the program?
Well, there are some age requirements for the program. You must be over the age of 14 to take part in the language exchange program, and 16 for the sports and music exchange program. If you want to take part in the sports and music exchange program, you have to be on a school sports team or play in the school orchestra. You can only take part in the language exchange program if you study French or Spanish.
I see. So, would you recommend this program to other students?
Yes, definitely. I had a great time staying with Carmen and her family. I felt a bit homesick when I first arrived, but they were so friendly and welcoming. Carmen spoke really good English, so I was worried that I wouldn't improve my Spanish, but I always tried to speak Spanish with her parents. My language skills have improved a little bit, but I think that it's better to stay for 3 weeks because you have more time to practice the language.
The whole program sounds really interesting, Anna. Thank you for telling us about it. Track 8.
Hi, Jane.
Oh, hi, Mark.
I'm really looking forward to the food festival. I love Chinese food, and I hope our friends can come.
Well, I'm afraid most of them are busy.
What, even Marco? He always says he has nothing to do and that he's interested in trying new food.
Mohammed says Marco has no money. Mohammed can't go because he is helping his flatmate decorate his room.
But the festival is free.
Yes, but we have to go there on the underground, and I'm sure he'll want to buy some food when he's there.
Well, I don't have much money either. Perhaps Pierre could lend him some? He's got a job, and he is Marco's best friend.
Oh, Pierre can't come either.
Really? Is he at work? All he thinks about is work.
No, his parents are coming from France and he's going to show them around London. You know, Big Ben, Tower Bridge.
OK, what about Hang Yi? Her mother owns a Chinese restaurant. She must be interested.
She is, but she's going to help with the cooking for her family's party on the day we're going. I don't know about Lucy and Larissa, though.
Well, I phoned Lucy, but her flatmate said she was on holiday in Italy and won't be back until the week after the festival.
I didn't even know she was on holiday. And Larissa?
She's got a really important exam, so she needs to prepare for it.
Well, it looks like it's just going to be you and me then. Not to worry, we'll take lots of photos to show everyone.
Track 9.
Today, I'm going to show you how to make one of my favorite recipes. It's a type of food that's been popular for thousands of years. The jiaozi, or dumplings, are beautiful and have the shape of a half moon. You start by making them in a similar way to noodles. You need to make some dough first, but this is quite easy.
Track 10.
Okay, so what do you need to make the dumplings? First of all, you need to make the cases. These are the cases which you'll put the other ingredients in. To make the cases, you need to make the dough. Of course, you need flour for this. To make 20 cases, you'll need 4 cups of flour. Then mix the flour with 2 cups of water. Don't forget to add some salt, but only a little to add some taste. When you've mixed the ingredients, leave the dough for 10 minutes in the bowl to make sure it's ready. You can make the filling to go inside the dough while you wait. There are 2 main ingredients in the filling. Firstly, you have the cabbage. You need to chop this up finely and add it to another important ingredient, the meat. You can use any meat, but today I'm using lamb. Put the meat and cabbage together and mix it by hand. When it's mixed well, you can add some other ingredients. In China, people like to add spring onions to their dumplings, and I do too. I'd like some seafood today too, so I'm going to add some shrimps. Chop the spring onions and shrimps into small pieces and mix them together with the rest of the filling. To make sure that everything sticks together, add some vegetable oil. Now that the mixture is ready, you need to finish the cases. First, cut the dough into 20 pieces, making sure they're all the same size, and roll them into flat little circular shapes. Put the mixture into the center of the cases. Make sure you don't put too much filling in at this stage, otherwise you won't be able to close the cases, and all the filling will come out when it's cooking. Then, fold them into half-moon shapes. Finally, boil the dumplings 3 times, and there you have it. Delicious half-moon dumplings ready to eat.
Track 11, Part 1.
Hello everyone and welcome to this talk about Northfields Shopping Centre. It opens next weekend and I'm very excited to be able to tell you about it tonight. It's a beautiful building, full of light and colour and a wonderful place to spend time in. It was designed by a prize-winning architect, John Gadzen. That's G-A-D-Z-E-N. Have a look at his website. He's done some fantastic work. Northfields is just outside town, on Forest Drive. If you're coming by car and want to use your sat-nav, then the postcode is WT35BX. That's the easiest way to do it. It works better than using the address. We are open 7 days a week, and our opening hours are 10 a.m. until 6 p.m. every day except Thursday. That's when we have late-night shopping until 8 p.m. We're planning to open late on Wednesdays too, but that won't happen until we see how popular the centre is. There are lots of ways to get to us. We have a large car park, which at the moment is free to use. You can also come by bus from the town centre. Bus 635 brings you to the entrance. There's also bus 729, but that stops further away, and it's a 5-minute walk to the shopping centre. And of course, you can use the underground. A ticket from town is only £3.50. The bus costs £2, so the underground is a bit more expensive, but much faster. From the town centre, it only takes 15 minutes.
Track 12, Part 2.
OK, now let me show you a map of the shopping centre. As you can see, there are 2 floors. On the first floor, there's a cinema where you can see some great movies. And opposite that, in a smaller area, there are lots of places to eat and drink. There are fast food restaurants as well, if you don't have time to sit and eat. All the shops are on the ground floor. The biggest shop is the supermarket. If you use the car park entrance, it's the last shop on your right. Then, all the way over on the other side of the building is the second biggest shop, Green's department store. You can get almost anything in there, including gifts, things for the kitchen, and furniture. Also on the ground floor is a pharmacy selling medicine and health and beauty products. You'll find it between the men's and women's clothes shop and the cafe. Male and female toilets are also on this floor, which is on the same side as the cafe. There's also a great bookstore selling everything you might need for school. If you're coming from the car park entrance, that's the second shop on your right, next to the sports shop. Oh, and if you need a mobile phone, that's the smallest shop in the centre, between the bank and the shoe shop. You can get all the latest mobile phones there. So, I hope you'll all visit Northfield soon and that you have a great time here.
Track 14, Part 1.
Hello, Tom.
Hi, Tom. Where are you going?
Hi, Sarah. Hi, Samantha. I'm going to the sports centre.
Oh, great. I'm thinking of joining the gym there.
Really? Why don't you come with me and get some information about it?
Track 15, Part 2.
OK, thanks. Did you join the gym?
Yes, I did. It's got really great equipment, all very modern and new. However, it is a little bit expensive, almost £40 a month, and that's with a student discount. But I've been every day since I joined.
£40 a month? That is expensive. However, if you think it's a good gym, maybe I'll try it.
Well, I think £40 a month is way too much. I don't know why people spend so much money on a gym membership when they can exercise in the park for free.
I've tried running in the park, but it was really boring. I prefer to exercise with friends because it encourages me to work harder.
I prefer to do exercise with friends as well. It's much more fun than exercising alone.
But it's not just running. They have group exercise classes there in the park in the morning. Exercising outside is better because you get lots of fresh air. And you can exercise with a personal trainer too.
That sounds good. I think I'd like to have a personal trainer. How much does one cost?
I pay £20 an hour.
£20 an hour? Doesn't that work out to be more expensive than joining the gym?
It is expensive, but I think it's worth the money. You can find out which type of exercise is best for you, and you can get some really useful advice on diet too.
That does sound useful. I need some advice on my diet. It's not great at the moment, and I know that a healthy diet helps you get fit.
I can give you the email address of my personal trainer if you want.
That's great. Thanks, Samantha.
What about the gym? Do you think you'll join it?
Yes, I think I'm going to try both.
Track 16, Gym.
When I need to relax, I usually read a book. I believe that reading can also change your mood. For example, a good novel can make you forget about all of your worries, and a funny story can make you feel happy. If you're feeling sad, you shouldn't read a sad story, though, as this will make you feel worse.
Elena.
For me, doing yoga is the best way to relax. You don't even have to spend a long time doing it to feel the benefits. Even 5 minutes of breathing exercises can make a difference. Doing yoga will help you breathe deeply, which is the fastest way to feel more relaxed. You can do yoga classes in many different places. It isn't expensive either. Many sports centers offer yoga classes at a low price. You have to find a good teacher, though. That's really important.
Kate.
I think that doing regular exercise is the best way to relax. It's good for the body and also for the mind. After a short run or workout, we feel more relaxed and happier. Often, a person's reason for not doing regular exercise is they don't have enough time. However, you can always find ways to do more exercise, like walking instead of getting the bus or driving.
Mike.
When I'm feeling stressed at work, I go straight outdoors for a walk in the park. Breathing fresh air and looking at nature helps me to deal with my problems. Being active for just 20 minutes outside is enough to make you feel healthier, but the longer you spend, the better. I try to spend half an hour every day exercising during my lunch break. I can't spend the whole hour outside because I don't always have time. Everyone should give it a try.
Mark.
When I want to relax, the first thing I do is make myself a cup of tea. I think green tea makes me feel calmer than black tea, but all types of tea can make you feel less stressed. A recent study found that people who drink tea during stressful times are much more relaxed than those who don't. You shouldn't drink tea at night, though, or you may find it difficult to sleep.
Track 17.
Oliver, we need to discuss about how to start our project. Remember that our teacher wants us to write the report on 2 things. 1, how many students in college already speak more than 1 language?
Yes, and 2, what level their English is. It's a big project, so I think we're going to have to speak to a lot of people.
Yes, I know. Do you really think it'll be possible to speak to everyone? I'm not sure. There are over 200 students in total.
I know, but I guess only half of them speak just a single language.
That's still a lot. I don't think we have enough time to go around and have a chat with the whole college. How are we going to show the results?
I think it'll be a problem if we only include numbers. We need more than that.
Yes, I agree. Maybe including some graphs or tables is a good idea. Let me think. First, we need to find out how many students we have here in the college in total. Then we can work out how many of them speak 2 or more languages.
Can I make a suggestion? I think we can ask for that information from the college office first. I remember that on my first day here, I put information about my second language on the registration form. So I think it's the same for everyone.
That's a good idea. That'll save us some time. I'll make an appointment to go and speak to somebody there after class. Who do I need to see? Is it Miss Wainwright?
No, she works in the student services room. You need to see Miss Smith. She's in the college office.
Can you remind me where that is? Is it next door to the IT services offices where Mr. Black works?
No, Mr. Black is in the student administration office, so you need to go to the floor above.
Oh, okay. I know where that is now.
Great. Okay, I'm going to have lunch. Do you want to join me?
No, sorry, I can't. I need to study for my maths test. Enjoy your lunch. I'm going to the library. Bye.
Track 18, Part 1. Good morning. I'm here today to talk about the design and the success of smartphones. They are convenient and they allow us to keep control of our lives. One important reason why I think smartphones are so successful is because of their simple, clean design. Of course, there are many different brands, but let's look at a common example on this picture. First of all, on the front of the phone, we have the glass touchscreen, also known as the display. It's very easy. You only need to press your finger on this when you want to use an app. Next, on the top right side of the smartphone is the power button. You use this to turn the phone on or off again. At the bottom, there is a USB input. This is where you plug in and charge your phone. You can also connect to a laptop and upload your files and photos from your phone. You will see just above this is the microphone. Whenever you make a call, you speak into this. At the opposite end of the touchscreen, you can see the power bar, which you can look at to check the battery. If the bar is low, you'll need to plug it in and charge it again soon. Around the phone on the outside, keeping all of this in place, is the case, sometimes made from plastic, but now more often made of metal. Many people think that the reason for the case is so that they can have a different design and colour and make it more personal. Actually, every phone needs a good, strong case to protect the phone from breaking. Track 19, Part 2. Smartphones are becoming more popular every day, all around the world. In 2010, 38% of the world's population owned a smartphone. Most of these people were from developed areas of the world, like North America and Europe. 5 years later, that figure was a lot higher. In 2015, 62% of all people had one. And in the future, these amazing little devices will probably be even more popular. So popular that by 2020, 78% of the population will own one. And by 2025, many scientists believe that this number will be even higher still. Not as high as 100%, but close. This is mostly because, in the less developed parts of the world, people will be richer than they are now. So, in that year, when 86% will own one, what will smartphones look like? Will they look the same as they do now? I'm afraid I can't say for sure, but I do know that they won't look the same as the one in the picture that we're looking at today. Track 20. 1.
It has a silver case, and the screen is bigger than most other smartphones. The display is also really clear. It's really light and thin. It's got a lot of memory, and the battery lasts for a very long time.
2.
It's very expensive, so before I buy it, I'm going to visit a mobile phone shop first, so I can try all the new features. But I'm definitely going to get it online in the end. I'm sure it will be cheaper.
3.
The phone I have now, the Plus 5, is the latest model. It came out last year. but I think it will start to be really slow and seem out of date soon. The +6 is even faster, and it's better for playing games and streaming things online. So that's why I'm going to get it as soon as I can.
4.
I'm not sure if it will help me with everything. It won't do my homework for me if I swipe the screen, for example, but I think it will be helpful for some things. There's an app for writing a study plan, so I'm going to download that anyway.